stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Good morning, Amber. Yes, I don't need to tell you I'm live. Ugh. Yeah, it's in the daily reflection. There'll be a little twist on it today. I am feeling, I don't know the best way to put it. Not annoyed. Annoyed. It's part of it. What, Katie, you've been whining for an hour. Come here. Do you need love? Do you need some love? Do you need some love? Ooh. He hates it when I do this, but he loves it. I'm just not feeling spiritual and just not cynical. There it is. I'm feeling cynical today. Yeah. So, we are get several people here, so why don't we go ahead and get started? Let's do that. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, this is the way. This is the way. Today, I'm going to let you know something. I'm having a hard time because Father's Day is coming up, and I know I'm not going to hear from my kids. And I'm upset because my daughter has no valid reason to not talk to me and treating me the way that she does. And I'm upset about it right now. So you can see where I'm not very happy with living amends at the present moment. That's why I'm saying I'm feeling cynical. I will still do my best, though. I will still do my best. That's probably not a bad idea. So I'm going to start off on page 122. Now, I lost everybody. That's all right. So it goes like that and stuff. And Lord knows I don't know how it works, so it doesn't matter. All right, so what is living amends? Well, let's get into the readings first. Let's talk about this stuff first. Since cessation of drinking is but the first step away from a highly strayed, abnormal condition, fucking a doctor said to us, years of living with an alcoholic is almost sure to make any wife or child neurotic. The entire family is ill to some extent. Ill. Let families realize as they start their journey that all will not be fair weather. Each in his turn may be footsore and maybe struggle. There will be alluring shortcuts and bypaths down which they may wander and lose their way. Right? That sucks, Amber. And I don't get it. You know, I don't understand. I was an absentee father, and I understand why my daughter is upset. Right? And she doesn't talk to me because she's using. It's funny because I act the opposite of what my parents act, but yet I get a different result. It's weird. Yeah, it does. All right. So now I am going to move in a little bit more, right? I move to page 124. 124. This painful past may be of infinite value to other families still struggling with their problems. We think each family which has been relieved owes something to those who have not. And when the occasion requires, each member of it should be only too willing to bring former mistakes, no matter how grievous, out of their hiding place. Showing others who suffer how we were given help is the very thing which makes life seem so worthwhile to us now. Cling to the thought that in God's hands the dark past is the greatest possession you have, the key to life and happiness for others. With it, you can avert death and misery for them. I told you I'm not very. Here's the part that I kind of wanted to get to, though. It's on page 133. That's not what I really wanted. Now about health, a body badly burned by alcohol does not often recover overnight, nor do twisted thinking and depressions vanish in a twinkling. We are convinced that a spiritual mode of living is the most powerful health restorative. And it's true. Good afternoon, Patricia. It's good to see you. We who have recovered from serious drinking are miracles of mental health. But we have seen the remarkable transformations in our bodies. Hardly one of our crowd now shows any mark of dissipation. Yeah, your body is amazing, actually. My liver actually it functions normally. No, believe it or not. I came here to this program yellow, and yet my body was able to restore itself over time. Lots of water, no drinking. That was the first key, right? No drinking. So I think a living amends and living our amends is a little different. It plays out a little bit different when we say it. And, I'll admit that I had certain, at least little expectations that, well, not little expectations, but, here's the thing. When it comes down to amends, the only true amend is change behavior. I don't care how much talking you do. It doesn't matter. It is nothing. All right. It's nothing. If I don't change, then I'm not really sorry. I'm not. Now, sometimes people think that you're doing these things for them, but you're not. See, part of our living our amends means being an example. That's why I'm not talking about what a living amends is. I'll tell you what a living amends is real quick. It means you become a better person each day. That's it. That's it. I'm kind of reading that too. Let's kind of see what this has to say also. It is important for me to realize that as an alcoholic, I not only hurt myself, but also those around me. Okay, we can get into that, can't we? So we can't really, 10, 20 years of drunkenness isn't going to be solved in 7 years, I guess. Um, I was the opposite. Even though my family had hurt me a lot, I was willing to actually let them back into my lives. They didn't want anything to do with it. At the same time, I need to be able to live a happy life, man. I do. Do I want the man that raised me tell me that he's proud of me? Sure I do. But he doesn't care. He's too busy lolling in the Florida sunshine with his alcoholic wife. Right? So, and a lot of people have moved on. They've just marked this off and moved on. Making amends to my family and to the families of alcoholics still suffering will always be important. Understanding the havoc I created and trying to repair the destruction will be a lifelong endeavor. The example of my sobriety may give others hope and faith to help themselves. And that's why I always continue on. That's why I always end up moving forward, even though I hurt. And today it doesn't hurt as much as it usually hurts. And that's because of therapy. I didn't have any dreams last night. That's the first time in a long time. I woke up this morning and it was weird. It was kind of weird for me. It was different. Maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. Because I'm not used to waking up awake. I'm not used to that. I'm used to getting up and fighting, and I didn't have to do that this morning. That's from doing the work that I did not want to do. And even that is part of my living amends. Anytime I make an improvement to myself, anytime I make an improvement to the world around me, I am making an amends. Okay? And this is the way that I see it. Right? Yes, Patricia. Thanks for that reminder. I will get to let me get to that because that has another feel to it. And that's a very good point. I'm going to talk on that next, if I can remember what I was talking about. My living amends are for everybody. That's the way that I see it. I don't do my living amends for specific people. I think that's silly. They don't get that much of my time. No. I used to give them a lot of time, but I don't give up that time anymore. I'm actually quite selfish about that time now. Okay. I can't be diverted from my primary purpose. And my primary purpose is to stay sober. That's my first. And then to help other people. Okay. I don't owe an amends to specific people. I owe an amends to everybody. The whole world. So therefore, my living amends is for everybody. So is yours. Everywhere you go, every life you touch, every person you meet, you are going to be an example of God. Not of the program, of God. That's why people will go, hey, I want what that person has. Right? I'm going to shut the door here because it gets kind of loud. And the kitty cat in here will freak out. Huh, Sawyer? You okay, buddy? That's right here. Sawyer's really skittish and he only loves, but he loves Mom too. But he used to be very, very antisocial. He's a great kitty cat now. He's a little bit older and a lot bigger than the other two. Oh, come here. Let's see if I can get him up onto my lap. He doesn't always like that. Come here. Come here. Where are you going, meow? Meow. That's a whiny butt you are. He's Sawyer. He's skittish. But he trusts his dad. Right? So, how can we expect, right? So here's the key to all this. Yeah, and Patricia had it. The key is you got to forgive yourself first. If you don't forgive yourself first, nobody can forgive you. You won't allow it. Because you won't feel like you deserve it. See? So what does that mean? Well, when it comes down to, you're really the only amend that you need to make. Okay? It says in there, except when to do so would injure them or others. I'm certainly willing to make any amend that comes across my path. I am. I have no problem with that. But I'm not going to go seek destruction either. See, I'm another. Can you hear him purring? He's a very loud purr. And he loves that right side. Look at, oh, Dad, I love that so much. I'm going to disappear. I just keep in my lap more. Yeah. So, what is living amends? What is living our amends? It means recovering out loud every single day. It means going out of your way to help another person. It means that you need to do something today that is worthwhile for the world. And it doesn't have to be huge. It could be small. Okay? There's only one way to eat an elephant. And that's a bite at a time. It's the only way that you can do it. Yes, I'm still feeling cynical. Okay? But we're allowed to have these emotions. We're allowed to have these emotions. But that doesn't mean we react to them anymore. You know? Should my father's or my daughter's actions, should I allow them to affect me? No. Do they? Yeah. Your family. It's really hard not to. It's really hard not to. Okay. So, a living amends. Why do I feel like we're not done? I don't feel like we're done with this one. Let's find out. Let's do the daily reflections from one day a day at a time. This is Hazelden literature, which AA always highly recommends. Hazelden is now going to be approved AA literature, just so you know. All right, June 13th. I don't believe that the program and the 12-step works because I read it in a book or because I hear other people say so. Oh, no. You don't believe that it works because of that. You work because you see other people living their amends. Yes. It all looks, man. I believe it because I see other people recovering and because I know that I too am recovering. Holy shit. Now you see how important living your doing your amends living. That all right. Sorry. No longer do I believe that I'm helpless or hopeless. No, I'm neither of those anymore. Well, I may be a little hopeless. Right. When I see the change in other people and in myself, I know that the program works. So when I tell you that you don't need to trust the program, you don't need to trust God, you just need to trust the process. Yesterday I was in a meeting and people were like, "Well, suggestions." No, funny, I didn't know there's no suggestions. Go to page, do this. This is how you can work the suggestions. Go to page 21, read the page. If you see yourself in there, they are not suggestions. If you do not see yourself in there, then they are suggestions. All right. Yeah, they are. They're really simple. Our stuff is, and why is it simple? Because we need that. We need simple. We really do. Because if it's too much, I don't want it. When it's not simple, you know what's usually involved? Drama. And the problem is we're all addicted to drama. So am I. What kind of TV shows you watch? Almost all of mine are drama. I do watch some funny stuff, but almost every single show I watch is drama. Why? Because I enjoy the storylines, because I like the confusion, because it stays on the TV and not in my life. Save the drama for your television. That's awesome. Yeah. I watch some sports, but I watch football. And I watch cartoons, but I watch more like anime. So, like Hit Monkey. That show is so awesome. So awesome. I just finished watching it again. So funny. So violent. Something about someone not forgiving you. Don't pick back up hard feelings, anger, or whatever. So a part of forgiving yourself is not to pick up hard feelings. Good job. Good job. When a television reporter once asked the philosopher Young if he believed in God, Young replied slowly, "I don't believe, I know." Do I know that the program works? Yep, because I am a walking, talking miracle. Bet. Did I pray? Show me the happy endings, the mended lives, the reconstituted selves, the rebuilt bridges, so I will not have to accept on faith the fact that the program works. May I see it working for others and for me. May I be grateful for the documented reality of the program's success. May this certainty help me find the faith that I need to follow the 12 steps. Today I'll remember that the program works. I kind of needed that. Feeling a little less cynical. It was this much, now it's this much. I told you it was just a little. See how that all fits? Don't you think maybe God is trying to tell us something here? That when we're out there in the lives, what we owe is a debt to society, not just to the people around us, but to the whole world. When we were out there on the side streets yelling and screaming at the world, doing all the little fun things that we thought that we were doing, going around destroying public property, putting our community in danger by getting in a car while drunk, you owe the world an apology. And the only way that you can do that is by changing yourself and your area, your community, your house, your yard, your life. You do it by changing that. Then when we have enough people, it makes a difference. And it becomes a we thing. And when Amber and Patricia and who else on here? And Gary, there's other people on here, but I don't think they're talking. All right. Then when all of us have the same intention, even if we're in different areas, it will affect the world. It will affect your community. Okay? It's called the ripple effect. It's like dropping a rock into some peaceful water. Those waves that you create, those lives that you touch, right? And you never know what's going to happen. I did a 12-step call on Sunday. I feel like I failed that lady up, down, side, and left. But we gave as much as we could. The rest really is up to her. It is. Okay? I cannot do anything beyond that. I can just be available. But gosh, isn't what everybody in this world wants is just one person to listen to them? One person that, our people, I always hear people screaming out. I wish I just had one person who gave a fuck about me. Even the homeless, that's the way they feel. You ask a homeless person what they need, they will tell you companionship. They will not tell you a house. You want to know why? Pride. They don't want you to put a roof over their head. It fucks with their pride. So don't sit here and tell me that you think you know what people want, because you don't. We are usually wrong. But everybody, there should be nobody in this world that should feel lonely. And maybe, Amber, that will help with that other kid. Maybe your dad thinks that he's raised you well enough to where you don't need him anymore. We know that's not true. So I think little girls always need their daddy. And that's why I will never, ever, ever give up on my daughter. There won't come a day when I'll be like, okay, I'm done trying to be a part of her life. No, I won't give up. Why? Because my dad did. Everybody gave up on me. Okay? And to this day, most still don't believe. They can't believe. That's how I'm telling you. I was really, really bad enough that people just don't want to see me. So, all right. See if I can go be a little less cynical. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. A good double down. I'm sure I'll be back later. Got the 6:30 big book study today, which I woke up and my brain's like, I want to do it. And that happens to me every single time. And I'll even go through anxiety before it happens. Even though in my heart, I want to do it. I love doing it. I have a blast doing it. Are you kidding? I'm the center of attention. Everybody's listening to Dion. Everybody says, well, like Dion says, and Dion is everything about Dion. What else could I want? Just being honest here, right? Yeah. Our brains just don't want us to be happy. All right. Thank you. I love you. Peace out and have a day.